Hello students, today we are reading poem from First Flight, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash was an American poet famous for his light verse. He was known as the producer of humorous poetry. This poem is an amusing poem written in the form of a ballad. A ballad is a narrative poem in short stanzas, usually having 4 lines. It narrates tale of heroism and courage. This poem also reveals the courage or bravery of a dragon, but it is written in a light form, light verse, to show that appearances are deceptive. So here we can say, in its humorous treatment of the subject, the poem also resembles a parody. Okay, now come to the poem. Here we are. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a really truly little pet dragon. So first of all, I just want to say which rhyming scheme is used here. House, mouse, wagon, dragon. So A, B, B. In every stanza, you can just see this thing that rhyming scheme is A, B, B. Now come to the extract. Belinda lived. That means that is a story of Belinda and her pets, which are kitten, mouse, dog, and a dragon. So here we can say that is a story about a little girl named Belinda. She lived in a little white house and she lived with some creatures, or we can say her pets. They are a little black kitten, a little grey mouse, a little yellow dog, and a little red wagon. Wagon is a cart, or we can say a vehicle used for transporting goods or another specified purpose. And really, truly, little pet dragon. So, realio, trulio, these are misspelled words. I want to tell you again, although we have discussed it in other poems also, that the poet can use poetic license while using the words or sentences in poetry. He can misspell the words, he can rearrange the words in his own manner to create rhyme, or we can say to create effective poetic impact on the readers. So that's why we can say it is really and truly. Now move to the next. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink. So, here we can say the poet explains the name of all the animals, all the pets that are tamed by Belinda. The name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. Mustard is also yellow colored, but the dragon was covered and she called him Custard. So here we can say the poet, according to the poet, the name of the black kitten is Ink, the name of the grey mouse is Blink, and the little yellow dog had yellow color, and that's why she calls him Mustard. And the dragon that was covered means was a weakling. That's why it was called Custard. Now, next stanza. Custard. The dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath. mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and Relio, Trulio, daggers on his toes. Spikes means that that is you can say thin pointed surface or thin pointed just like nails. So here the custard, the dragon, had a very horrifying appearance. It had big sharp teeth, spikes all over its back, and scales underneath its belly. Scales means layers, thin bony plates protecting the skin of fish or reptiles. So here we can say that the poet, that the dragon, the custard, it had big sharp teeth and spikes on the top, and this means that its skin was pointed on the tops. On the lower part, it had scales, which were bony plates to protect the skin. And his mouth has been compared to a fireplace because it is assumed that dragons can release fire from the mouth. Even his nose is compared to a chimney, which is used to pass out smoke. His feet are like a sharp knife, that is a dagger, right? So we can say that dragon had a very horrifying appearance. Belinda was as brave as a barrel. Barrel means drum or a big box full of bears. And Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. So, in this stanza, the poet want to say what he wants to say, that Belinda is very brave. So here we can say he explains the inner strength or the bravery of all the characters of this poem. He says that Belinda was as brave as a big box of, that means we can say group of bears. And Ink and Blink were so brave that they could hunt lions. That means they can chase, they can follow the lions. So here he has shown the bravery of the kitten and the little mouse that could hunt even a lion. And the dog was very brave, just like an angry, rage means angry tiger. And to contrast of all of them was Custard. Custard was not brave. He was so afraid of everything that he always demanded a safe cage. So we can come to know about the character, about the strength or bravery of various characters of this poem in this stanza. Okay, now let's move to the next. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Unmerciful means without mercy, without any kindness, cruelly. And tickling means moving fingers on the sensitive part to make laugh. So, or we can say strike. So here, Belinda tickled him. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the Trulio, cowardly dragon. So the Belinda used to tickle the dragon in a very cruel way without any mercy. Ink, Blink, and Mustard made fun of him by comparing him to a knight named Percival, who was a knight in King Arthur's court. And that means they were just teasing him. They were just making fun of him by comparing him to a knight named Percival, who was thought to be brave but ran away due to lack of courage. So we can say they used to tease the dragon, and they used to tease the dragon while sitting in their little red wagon, right? So In this way, they were just making fun of covered dragon who was Custard. Now, move to the next. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Bink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. So here we can say uh, in this stanza, the poet says that Belinda used to laugh so rudely or loudly that her voice echoed in the house. That's why she was able to shake the house, right? Echoed in the house. Blink the mouse used to laugh and make a sound of weak. On the other hand, Ink and Mustard would tease him by asking the dragon his age whenever he used to demand for a nice, safe cage. So, whenever he just demanded for a nice, safe cage, Ink and Mustard always just tease him by asking his age. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meouch, cried Ink, and oh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Window, it is used here for window. Already I have told you the poet can use poetic license to misspell the word. Nasty means bad or unpleasant, and Mustard growled, that means barked, the dog barked. So while all of them were making fun of the dragon, they heard a sound, a nasty sound, an unpleasant sound. So we can say suddenly their fun was interrupted, and the dog barked, and they all looked around. Even the kitten cried meouch, and Belinda was also very scared and cried oh. So we can say all of them were scared to see someone entering the house. Who was that? For there was a pirate. Pirate means a person who robs ship in the sea. So here there was a pirate climbing up the wall through a window. Right? So that's why all of them were scared to see that pirate. Now, pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that pirate meant no good. So, we can say the poet is describing the appearance of pirate in this stanza. He describes the appearance. What was that? The pirate was holding handguns in both his hands and had a little sword also in his teeth. His beard was black and one leg was made of wood. This means that though the pirate was a disabled man, but still he was frightening all the other characters. Moreover, it was clear that the pirate meant no good, and it was clear that he intended to harm them. That means his intention was not good. Right? Now, move to next. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help. But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and the little mouse blinked strategically mousehold. So, after getting terrified, that means when all of them saw the pirate, they got frightened. Belinda was so frightened that she turned yellow due to fear and started crying for help. Even the mustard, even Mustard the dog, started crying for help. Yelp means a short, sharp cry, and fled means ran away. Now, Ink, The kitten Ink ran down towards the bottom of the house as if he had already planned for it. And the little mouse also ran into its little mouse hole in order to save himself. So everyone, just we can say, ran away from that place to save himself or herself. Then, but up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon, with the clatter and the clank and the juggling squirm. He went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. When all the other characters that were earlier defined as very brave, they just all got frightened. And the dragon did the most unexpected thing. What was that? He jumped onto the pirate and made such a strong sound, just like an engine. With his nose, he just made such a strong sound with his nose as if the engine was producing a sound. Then he clashed, he fought with his tail. That means we can say he just hit his tail on the ground with great force that it produced a heavy sound of metals being rubbed against each other in the underground prisons. Underground prison means dungeons. So, with the clatter and clank means sound of hard objects falling on each other. So there was so much sound because he was just hitting his tail on the ground with great force, and it was creating a heavy sound of metals being rubbed against each other in the underground prisons. He attacked the pirate just like a robin bird that attacks the worms. So, in this way, we can see the bravery, the strength, the courage shown by the custard in this stanza. Now, the pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired two bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. So, in this stanza, the poet says that the pirate got so shocked by the dragon's reaction, gaped means stared with the mouth wide open. That means he was so surprised, he was so shocked by the dragon's reaction that he opened his mouth wide with shock. Then, to gather some courage, he drank, gulped means swallowed. He gulped, he drank some alcohol, some drink from a container in his pocket. Flagon means a container of his in his pocket. And after gathering some courage, he fired two bullets on the dragon, but missed it. They didn't hit the dragon. Now the custard swallowed pirate every bit, that means completely. Custard the dragon ate every bit of this pious looking pirate. So, in this way, we can say the custard the dragon ate every bit, that means completely, this pious looking pirate. Then, come to next, Belinda embraced him, that means hugged him, because everyone was so surprised when the pirate was dead. Belinda just hugged the dragon and Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim, and no one was sad for the death of the pirate. Mourn means feeling sorrow. Ink and blink in glee, that means in happiness, did gyrate. So here we can say both Ink and Blink were running around the dragon in happiness. Around the dragon that ate the pirate. So here the poet says that all the characters were happy and they were showing their gratitude towards the dragon as he had saved them. Now, but presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I had have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We had have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. So after they thanked and they showed their love towards the dragon, they changed their mind. Now they were reminded of how they used to make fun of this coward dragon, and now they all were praising him. So at once, suddenly, the dog said that it was just because of some confusion or some nervousness that he was not able to do anything, otherwise, he would have been twice as brave as Custard. Then Ink and Blink, both Ink and Blink also said that they would have been 3 times braver than Custard. So, in this way, they just changed their mind. And to this, the dragon said that he fully agreed to this, that all of them were more powerful and braver than him. So, we can, what is just showing that rather being feeling ashamed of their cowardice, Ink, Blink, and Mustard again started boasting of their bravery. They claimed that they could have been braver than Custard if they had not been confused by the sudden turn of events. But ignoring their bragging, Custard admitted that everyone was braver than him. Right? Now, come to the last. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her Relio Trulio little pet dragon. At last, the poet used the same lines again to show that after this terrific episode in which the dragon was the hero, where all the other characters still undermined him by saying that they were more powerful than him and could have handled the situation in a much better way, the poet says that life started again in the same manner. Belinda still lives in that little white house with Ink, Blink, Mustard, and Custard, and all of them are very brave, whereas the dragon is still a coward who always wants to stay safe in his cage. So you can see the same line here. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice, safe cage. So we can say, ironically, they still claim to be brave and full of courage. And Custard also continues his demand for a nice and safe cage. So we can say the life started again in the same manner. Okay, I hope everyone is able to understand this poem. It is just written in a story form, in a ballad form. If you are having any doubt, you can discuss in the group. Thank you. Have a good day.